This week's Parsha is Parshas Yisro, the Parsha of Kabbalas HaTorah, the Parsha where we were given the Torah that was created 974 generations before the creation of the world. Gemara in Shabbos tells us that the Malachim tried to hold HaKadosh Baruch Hu back from giving us the Torah. But ultimately, Moshe Rabbeinu argued that the Torah was given to mankind, the Torah was given for us to bring the world closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We all know the very famous kasha. Taisus already asks this kasha. The Gemara says that we said Nasa v'Nishma was unbelievable. We put Nasa before Nishma. We were given 2 crowns. Unbelievable. Baruch Hashem, we were Zoicha to Kabbalas HaTorah. But then in the moment when HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, decide whether or not you want the Torah, he held the mountain over our heads and he said, accept the Torah. V'imalav sham tehei kfuraschem. Here you will be buried. You will be buried here. I will drop the mountain over your head and kill you all. This does not sound like the beautiful relationship we have come to expect from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The invitation to participate in the most meaningful thing in the entire world. All of creation is culminating in this moment that the whole world was waiting for us to take the Torah, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to us, take the Torah, if not, I'll kill you. This is how we begin a relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And perhaps the answer is yes. There's something that we need to talk about. The value of accountability. The value of knowing that what we're doing is important. The value of knowing that the entire world rests on our acceptance of the Torah. And so HaKadosh Baruch Hu is coming to us and he's saying, it's not some cute thing that I need you to do. This mission that you're about to take upon yourselves is everything. The entire world is resting on your shoulders. And if you don't accept the Torah, that's it. That's the end. We need to move on. We need to do this again until there will be a people that will accept the Torah. Because the entire reason that HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world is for us to fulfill His will, to make this world into a more godly place. So often when we're thinking about Yiddishkeit, we think about it as, am I enjoying my Yiddishkeit? Am I getting enough of what I want out of my Yiddishkeit? And that's a good question. I'm not being mezalzel in the question, chas v'shalom. It's important for us to ask that question. Is my davening where I want it to be? Is Shabbos where I want it to be? But let's ask a more important question as well. HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, this is the most important thing in the world. We have real accountability for that. Knowing that we have accountability means knowing our life matters. And if our life matters, that is the greatest inspiration in the world. When we are doing a mitzvah only because we want to do the mitzvah, because we find value in it, then the mitzvah is only as big as we are. But when we do the mitzvah because HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants us to do the mitzvah, when we're doing it lishma because this gives a nachas ruach to the Rebbeinu Shalom, that we are fulfilling the purpose of creation, that we are in a relationship with Him and we understand the value of the Torah that He's given us, that inspires us to stay loyal to our Yiddishkeit even when we don't want to. And especially in today's times, when we find ourselves in a narcissistic generation, when people are asking, what's in it for me? Our response must be, we accepted the Torah at Har Sinai, even though we accepted it willingly. HaKadosh Baruch Hu came and He held the mountain over our heads to teach us how important this is. So if I don't want to wake up for Shachris, remember, there was a mountain held over your head. You have to. This is really important. If I don't want to go to Seder, if I don't want to do that chesed, if I want to give tzedakah, if I don't want to light Shabbos candles, whatever it is that you're struggling with, remember there was a time where we accepted it willingly, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu said, it's got to be bigger than just you. And it's inspiring when we do things that are bigger than ourselves. It's inspiring because we recognize that this is not just what we want. It's what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants. It should be with tremendous hatzlacha.